This is the Hive, one of the best trio bases in Rust. This base is built to dominate any potential online raids, with great shell peaks and turret angles, not to mention an open shooting floor and some absolutely insane bedroom peaks. But that's not all this base can do. It's also designed to withstand any offline raids as well, with a bunkered core and 3 vending machine bunkered loot rooms. However, the best part of this base is how insanely cheap it is. And with the full metal base costing less than 80k metal, you and your trio will have no problem getting this titan of a base down on wipe day. I know y'all are itching to see how it's built, but before we get to the tutorial, let me first give y'all a tour of the base. Alrighty, so this is the base. As you can see here, we have tons of entrances. We have a nice little airlock here. And you can see we have some great turret peaks all around the shell. And you can see we have some great peaks outside of base and also into airlock, which makes it really easy to kill those door campers if they get deep. And moving over here, you can see we have some more great angles all around the base. And next, we're just going to move on to the second story of the base. So going into the base, we just have an airlock and a really nice open second story. And you can see we have plenty of furnace space. And over here we have 2 loot rooms. And a nice turret covering it. And now we're just going to move on to core. It's a pretty typical starter, and we just have TC loot room on the right. And this is the upkeep. And on the left, we just have workbenches, furnaces, and backspace. And to seal a bunker, you just place a roof here and upgrade it to armored. And when you wake up, you just break this twig here. And you can see the bunker disappears. And I like just placing another foundation to jump up. And now we're just going to move on to our third story. So you can see here we have another turret covering second story. And up here we can see all 3 of our vending machine loot rooms. I really like these just because they add a ton of raid cost and they're really cheap to make. Now moving on to our shell, you can see we have some great bedroom peaks here. And we also have some great peak downs. And here we have these awesome peaks that are amazing for defending any online raids. And you don't need any fancy build outs or anything like that. So if you just stay towards the end of the tutorial, I'll show you how to build them. And up here, we just have some more awesome peaks all around the base. And just coming up here, we have some amazing ankle biter peaks. And here we just have one of 3 bedrooms. And I love these because you can just spawn in and instantly kill anyone that's in your shell. And to get onto roof, all you got to do is come through one of these chutes here. And you can see here we have 3 turrets protecting the entire roof. And over here we can see we have some more peak downs. And up here we just have some more angles, more for like long range bolty PvP or taking down heli. And here we just have some amazing gaps. These are on both sides and they go all around the base. And the nice thing about this roof is that it's super open, so you can add any pancake layers, vending machine bunkers, or wind turbines. And that is the base tour complete. So without further ado, let's get into the tutorial. So to begin our starter base, we're just going to start with 2 square foundations and a triangle foundation. And we're just going to wall it in and put a wall frame there. And this is going to be our TC corner. And now we're just going to place all of our deployables. And now we're just going to make a nice little TC shelf. And we're just going to place this little build out here. Place that. Delete this build up. And now we can just upgrade this. And we can place our boxes. Now make sure to not upgrade that foundation. We're going to need that for our bunker later. Now that our starter base is done, we're just going to add some honeycomb. And we're just going to add our door here and a nice little roof walk up. And next we're just going to wall in this whole floor. Now we're just going to work on our loot rooms. And now we're just going to build our shell. Now, if you can't place this raised one here, all you got to do is place a normal one there. And then we're just going to place some half walls and a ceiling. And it works basically the same way. And same thing on this side, but we can actually place a raise this time. Now we're just going to make our entrances and our airlocks. Make sure to not forget to place these ceilings here. These are pretty important. And we're just going to do that same thing on all three sides. Now we're just going to come up to our top floor here, and we can start making our bedrooms. And we're just going to do a doorway on the left and a window on the right here. And we're just going to do the same thing on all three sides again. And now I'm going to show you how to make those awesome gaps. So we're just going to place a foundation there. It's going to be temporary. Make sure to make it out of like twig. And you place low walls there. And you just do like that basically. And we do the same thing over here. And we're just going to delete that temporary ceiling here. But before that, make sure to place a half wall here. And now you can just delete that temporary ceiling. And we're just going to do that same thing on all three sides. And now after we place all these, we can just place our embrasures. And now we're just going to place our windows that we are going to use as peaks later on. And after that, we're just going to place some walls here, and you're going to place a floor and some windows. And this is how we're going to get those roof jump ups to roof. And now that we're done with all of that, we're just going to start making our third story. So we're just going to wall in this whole area except for on the square foundations. Those are going to be our entrance into shell. Just like that. Alrighty, and now we can just start making our 3 bunkered loot rooms. So you're just going to do like I do here. And after you place all those boxes and those vending machines, we're going to start working on our roof. And I actually did forget a window there, so we're just going to place that real quick. And now we're just going to work on our shooting floor. Now, I'd recommend making these out of twig just because sometimes they're a little bit finicky and they don't actually want to place. Now make sure all of these doors are facing outwards. And now all that's left to do is place the embrasures. And after placing these final embrasures, the base is complete. Thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, make sure to drop them down in the comment section down below. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and check out some of our other bases that you might like. Peace out.